the experience of loss is fundamental to human life. We're born ready to mourn. In my own life, I have found that to be true. I started weaving in the mid-1970s. Before that, I'd trained as a painter and a printmaker, but there was something about the weaving process that really captured me. It was something about the rhythms. So I have been a visual artist from that time. So most of the work is originally developed as drawings, which I then translate into woven tapestry. I was in Japan when I got the invitation, and I must admit I was shocked because I didn't expect to be asked to repair 2 necklaces. And also I was shocked because of Alice's death. You know, to me it had a huge emotional resonance because I've taught Alice and I know her family. So I said yes immediately, having no idea what I would do as a tapestry weaver.
The first thought that I had when I heard about this project was these necklaces that were made by Alice Potter that were broken. And it didn't feel like my place to introduce those objects back into the world when people were still grieving. I sort of communicated that to the project, and the response was, well, maybe it is the right time for precisely those reasons. So let's talk about it. Let's talk to the family and see how everyone feels.
I just wore them so much, and they were sturdy, but it wore, and I would take a couple of beads off, tie a knot, and then they got to the point where they were a bit too fragile and I didn't want to keep doing that. So they were just sitting in my jewellery box, broken.
I thought I would just repair the necklaces very, very simply. I mean, I feel as though they're Alice's work and they exist, you know, in their own right. I worked with Regina Schwarzer to repair the necklaces. They're wearable, so the owners can wear them again.
Simultaneous opening. Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
They're back.
I went to a Navajo weaving conference in Arizona, and this collector asked a question and said, look, I can't find anyone to repair these rugs. And in the room there was this sudden silence. And then someone got up and said, look, in our culture, we don't repair each other's work. An object has its own finite time. It's not exactly how I thought about Alice's work, but it's been in my mind that objects have a life that's finite like humans, and sometimes you can respect that. So I decided I'd make a couple of complementary works in a way that translate the necklaces into a strip of woven tapestry. You could wear them like a bandolier.
Wow, what a response.
That is just stunning. Oh, that makes me really emotional.
It's Alice in fabric, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a perfect response, you know, to a beautiful but complicated moment. I work in the museum here in Adelaide, and so my life is tied up in objects. People like to say, well, what does that object mean? It's like, well, when it was made, it meant this, but it's passed through time and space, you know, and it means whatever the people of the current moment understand it to mean. But knowing that we are the ones who have to live with it, we are the ones who give it meaning. There is no meaning waiting for you in the past. The secret life of objects is a thing. We project our humanity into them, you know, with all those contradictions, and then we tease them out when someone else tries to touch them or repair them.
I sort of wanted to examine what the necklaces meant for Alice. The fact that she called them Today is a Good Day, the process of making those necklaces, you know, threading the beads, thinking about the colours. And I know that in my own work, the process of weaving has a reparative quality. It takes you into a different space.